Those hipsters, I want dance.
I said, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop talking to me. Don't stop giving me things.
Alright guys, so here we are for episode number 5 of the Career Mode series for F1 2013. This is the Spanish Grand Prix. I've just skipped straight to the race here because I didn't feel the practice and qualifying highlights were very entertaining. But in qualifying we managed to get 9th place. It was very refreshing to actually have some pace for once, and I think it was down to the extra aero we were running through the weekend. 911 aero for this weekend. I started off with 1111, but I just toned it down to 911 just to make it a little bit less oversteer, and it seemed to work out fairly well. But it's going to be interesting to see how it plays in the race. I do believe we're a lot slower than the AI in a straight line, particularly on that first straight. But we're quite a bit faster than the AI through the third sector, which is where you make up most of your time. But it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out over the course of the race. I've just got to break away from the cars behind with the DRS. There is the teammate challenge. I am smashing my teammate Jean-Eric Verne there. The fuel strategy, we're going with cautious, and we're pitting at the end of lap 8 for some prime tyres. I'm not too sure if this set of option tyres is going to make it there. We'll have to wait and see on that one. As I said in the previous race, I said I was going to test aero for this round, so everything is pretty much set up to be like a qualifying setup, except for the aero. So hopefully, if there's any tyre wear saving methods going on, it's going to be brought about by the aero this round. So we'll see how we go in the race now, as we're on the grid for the Spanish Grand Prix. And starting from 9th place, we're looking good for maybe some points this race as the lights go out now. And away we go. Seem to have got off to a decent start compared to Jenson Button, but we'll see how the getaway is in 3rd and 4th gear, using a little bit of curves up in a fast. Seem to have lost a place to Sergio Perez, who got a brilliant start, but ranging up to turn 1. We just got to find a gap between Massa and Perez, and it looks like we found it. Next is Kimi Raikkonen. We're going to get around him fairly easily. I think piercing through the pack on the first lap is going to be quite easy, since we have a lot more aero than these guys, and we can just charge through these guys and get around the outside of Rosberg. I'm not too sure if I touched him there, but now we're going around the outside of him, and he seems to be hanging in there fairly well. We lost the back end a little bit and turned into Rosberg, but that wasn't exactly our fault. But now we're into 4th place, and we've just got to maintain this position until the pit stops at least, and we'll see how the tyre wear is as the stint gets a little bit older. But now we're defending from Felipe Massa. We made our move to the inside, and Massa goes around the outside. But then we charge him down the inside under the brakes, and we get the spot back for position 4. So at this stage, the tyre wear is not looking good. It's actually pretty average at this stage. But now it's lap 6. We're still 2 laps shy of our pit stop window opening. But I can just feel like the tyres are going to fall off the cliff any moment now. They're just really terrible at this stage. Kimi Raikkonen has got a good run on us on the run to the 3rd sector split, and we've just got no traction at all. We've run wide there, even though we're going really slow. We're in lean as well, just to preserve the rear tyres. So my early calculations going so far, I just don't think aero is going to preserve any tyre life on this game. So we're going to have to find some other methods of saving the tyres. So I think we might have to resort to what we were running back in Bahrain. So now we're coming in for our pit stop. We just can't stay out any longer. We're going to keep on losing time. So it's time for a set of prime tyres. We're going to undercut the field massively, but hopefully we don't come out in any traffic, and hopefully we get a good pit stop here. So we'll see what that's like. Another 3.1 second pit stop. That's very consistent from the Toro Rosso team right throughout this year. Just without wing changes, it's been 3.1 seconds every single time. But now we're coming out in a lot of traffic here, right behind the back markers, behind the Marushas, the Caterhams, and maybe even Toro Rosso, our teammate Jean-Eric Verne. So we're going to have to pick through these guys pretty quickly, as these guys will be really slow on their dead tyres, and they are in much slower cars, of course. So they're definitely going to hold us up. It's only going to be a matter of time before we inevitably have to pass them. But they seem to be in a bit of a battle pack here, and they're holding each other up even more than what they should be. And Chilton holds us up a little bit through that corner. We have to dispatch of Bianchi very quickly, and it looks like we're just trying to avoid him there on the inside, but we get around him fairly well. We're up into 17th place now, and next up is our teammate Verne. I think we might get DRS here. We do. So we're going to use a little bit of that, put the fuel mix down into lean, save a bit of our rear tyre life in the process of being behind these guys. But look at the massive battle pack here. Gutierrez, Verne, and Vandergaard. Vandergaard being the main instigator here, just causing a massive train. So we're going to have to get around one of the Sabres around the outside and maybe cut to the inside of Vandergaard up here. Yes, we do. Up the inside there fairly nicely. But the bad thing is we probably won't have DRS now, and we may even concede a spot to Vandergaard. But it looks like we've got a much better exit, having better tyres, and we managed to pull away from them fairly nicely. So here it's lap 9. The majority of the AI cars have come in for their pit stops, and now it's starting to shuffle out for the majority of this race. So we'll see how this goes. Looks like we've jumped a Rosberg, a Mercedes there, so that's pretty interesting. I think Rosberg was up in the top 3, I believe, so that's interesting. Something must have happened to him, as now we cut to lap 9, or the middle lap now 9. We've caught up to the back of Bottas, who hasn't pitted yet. It seems that Bottas likes to stay out a long time in his first stint, but his option tyres there must be absolutely screwed. They must have fallen off the cliff laps ago. I don't know why he's still staying out, but anyway, we got around him fairly nicely, and now we're being attacked by Jenson Button on lap 14. Our tyres are starting to give way again. We've been on these prime tyres 2 laps longer than our rivals, and our tyre wear seems to be a lot worse than them. So it was just a matter of time before Jenson Button got past us, and now we'll just need to bring this thing home for the remaining laps. We've got now Romain Grosjean right behind us, and with the DRS, he's just going to fly past as well. So there's no point in fighting him. We'll just, I've just got to concede that I've got nothing to fight left within this race. And now it's the last lap. We've got Nico Hülkenberg right behind us. We run completely wide. We've got no grip, and Hülkenberg is just able to snatch that position, and we're just going to have to settle in behind in 7th place. But the good thing is Paul di Resta is 11 seconds back, so we can just cruise it back to the finish and hopefully still maintain 7th place. So yeah, just at this stage, these tyres are absolutely shot. Nothing left. I just have to just drive about 5 seconds slower just to get to the finish. Sebastian Vettel has taken out this race. He's on a bit of a roll right now, just like in real life. So you'd have to say that Codemaster's got the AI performance right there. But coming to the end of this race, and we pick up another 6 points to the championship tally.
Good job, really good job.
Yeah, another solid drive. Managed to pick up another few points, but crucially, we were a lot faster in this race, certainly in 1 lap pace this round, so that's more encouraging. I'm going to revert back to the tyre wear saving methods that I was using back in Bahrain, and hopefully we can be a little bit more competitive in the future races with a little bit more aero on the car as well. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out over the course of this championship. We've dropped in the drivers' standings just a little bit, but in the constructors, Toro Rosso is still in there in 6th place, so that's good to see. But in the future, looking forward to Monaco. It should be a good track for the Toro Rosso and myself. It's one of my best tracks. I tend to have a lot of form around there, so hopefully we can at least, score about 10 points. That'll be my aim. 5th place in the Monaco Grand Prix. That'll be something nice to take home this season. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Career Mode Championship. Until the Monaco Grand Prix next week, I will see you guys next time.